share my dreams. I'll hold on tightly to what I believe.
Hello, hello, hello. I forgot to change the sub-goal. Let's do this. Oops, we've got numlock turned on. There you go. Somebody asked if I was gonna make a server. No. Sorry, I just got distracted by my Steam. Welch, if you're here, thank you very much. Holy crap. I got very heavily distracted by something. So now you guys get to see a couple of the secrets behind the roleplay. One of them is that I always have creative money turned on. That's a fun little fact that I don't really ever mention. Why would I not make a server? Because I had one before and nobody went on it ever. So it's not worth the money. Simply put. Yeah, I saw that, Welch. Holy crap, you didn't have to do that, dude. You, yeah, there was no need for that. Plus, yeah, like Michael said, I just don't like multiplayer in Farm Sim. If Giants were to change it, what did he give me? He gifted me Subnautica, which I've been kind of looking at getting for a little while. I don't know if he's realized this or not, but I've been looking at getting Subnautica for a little while, and yeah, that's caught me really off guard. Multiplayer does suck in Farm Sim. It's not only do I not like it, I don't see the point in having a server for a channel that has only like 7,500 subscribers. I say only. I know that a lot of channels never get this big. I don't see the point of it. Hello, Kieran. You know, a lot of channels never get to be as big as my channel currently is, so I sound very entitled by saying, oh, I don't think my channel's big enough for a server. The thing is like, and maybe you guys just, I know some of you guys won't realize this and won't know about this. We, and by we I mean me, Lenny and Sim, all have the same experience with multiplayer in Farm Sim. And that is if I'm not on the server, if I had a server, which I currently actually do, but just not public. Simply put, if I'm not on it, neither is anybody else. And that kind of defeats the point of having a public multiplayer server, because it's supposed to be where viewers and fans can chill out and play. And if nobody's on it when I'm not on it, because I've got a lot to do off camera, you guys have no idea how much I try and get done. Today's Thursday, isn't it? I was supposed to do ETS today. Oops. You guys have no idea how much I actually do off camera. Whether it's trying to find or playing a game to chill out, which I've been doing the last few days with. You might have noticed that WWE 2K17 has been appearing in Discord from me. Yeah, that's me finding some chill time because I need some. Whether it's chatting to BulletBill and Oxygen Dave and those guys, and then helping them out with stuff. I still haven't. No word of a lie, I still haven't had a look around Lone Oak. I have it downloaded. I haven't had a look around it yet. But you know, that's the kind of stuff that I've been taking breaks from racing games. No, I've been playing a lot of Project Cars as well, Farming Man. That's the thing, is like, there's a lot of games that I like and that get me into really good moods and chill me out, and racing games are one of them. Wrestling games, oddly enough, is another. And I play them, and you know, I'm trying to think of things for videos while I'm playing those, and trying to stress about what YouTube's decided to do this week to ruin things for creators. Whether it's banning an entire genre of videos, or deciding to up and change the terms of service with no roll-in period. Hey Witchy! My phone's just gone off. Why's my phone gone off? 2 interactions on Twitter. Oh! Delta's just given me a shout out. Thank you very much, Delta. Holy crap, when did that happen? I look at my phone and suddenly there's like 4 more subscribers. The 6010 that I have, you created that mod. This is a 7310. Hang on. That's a 7310. And up over here is a 7810 that is definitely not by you. And that's all the John Deeres I have on this map. That I did have. I think I still have it in my mods. Activated mods. The 6R series, this is based on Sam N's one. And it's got major issues. It's borderline unusable, if I'm being blunt. YouTube is very slowly killing itself. Yeah. Give the Twitch link. It's in the description. Also, I shouldn't be dual streaming. If I'm dual streaming, I've made a horrific mistake, because I could be in big trouble. Twitch is, what is it? Twitch.tv/RainbowDave, and be aware that that is not PG. The one on Oakfield. I don't have a 6010 on Oakfield. In fact, I don't have a John Deere on Oakfield. Twitch isn't doing much better. Twitch is doing a lot better than YouTube. They're actually transparent. Why don't I do dual stream? See, that's a very simple question to answer. I can't. So I made a very silly mistake a while back, and it might sound like a really good idea, but it was a silly mistake. I was offered Twitch affiliate, which means I can accept subscribers. Yeah, Sim has the 6010 on Oakfield. I don't. I accept a Twitch affiliate, which means I can gain subscribers on Twitch and people can subscribe to me on Twitch. The mistake I made was accepting that, because part of the conditions for that is any stream I do on Twitch has a 24-hour period in which you can't go anywhere else, which means I can't dual stream or I can't like stream on Twitch and then immediately put the VOD on YouTube. There has to be a 24-hour period, which is why I suddenly and abruptly stopped dual streaming. I do want to get back into doing Twitch streams. That'll require me to fix my sleeping pattern, and they'll be kind of during the daytime before my normal streams, assuming I get videos done on time, because then I can play like random games with no limitations on what I do, other than the Twitch banned games list, which again, transparency. Will I get that one, please? I don't know where it is. Plus, I'm very picky with mods. Sim is... I might have messed up with Twitch. I definitely did mess up with Twitch, Farming Man, I'll be blunt. Like I said, it was a dumb mistake they made. You can get away with more on YouTube. That's not true, Greenleaf. Doing this for the better part of 4 years now, I can tell you Twitch is a lot more freeform with what you can do. And Landy will say the same. Twitch encourages you to be actually creative. YouTube says, oh, you can't do this, this, or this, and you can't say this, and you can't have this in your video, and you can't have this in your thumbnail, and you can't have this in your description, and you can't have this in your title. Twitch is a lot more freeform in that your title can be completely unrelated to everything, but on YouTube it has to be related. New Twitch terms of service are way more strict. Not really. It's more strict on certain things. It's still very lax compared to YouTube, which I like. You have to downgrade your ETS to play. Luba, you've got the wrong version of Pro Mods then if you had to downgrade your ETS. You have Pro Mods 226. You should be able to play it on the current version. Hey, look. Do people get notifications on Twitch when people go live? Yes, they actually... I think they do it better than YouTube, to be honest, because you can opt into emails from Twitch where when somebody goes live, and this is how I quite often know when Landy's gone live, I always have my phone beside me. If somebody says, oh, Landy's live, I'll open up my phone, just flick it unlocked, and say, okay, well, I'll just check real quick. I check my emails because I've got it set so that when Landy goes live, I get an email from Twitch saying Landy Kid has just gone live on Twitch. On top of that, like the quality of streams is better. The actual video quality, this is the stuff that I think about. The video quality of streams is better. You get actual 1080p as opposed to the weird YouTube inversion with whatever you get. Sim never checks his emails. Yes, this is true. You know, more Twitch streamers have gone to YouTube than YouTube to Twitch. That'll change very quickly, Greenleaf. Hello, Yuso. The email and the app notification. Yeah, you can get the Twitch app and you'll get the same thing. I maybe shouldn't be like advertising Twitch on YouTube, but do you know what? That's where I'm going to be going eventually, so I might as well. I'm not exactly keeping this a secret. John Deere. Adam, I'm not downloading a mod right now. And definitely not for this map. This map has very specific equipment for very specific reasons. You know, in case you didn't know, and I'm presuming a few people who are here today don't know, this is a map that is for roleplay videos. This is obviously not roleplay today, but this is the map I use for the roleplay videos, and I'm not going to be buying random equipment because people are asking for it. I do have a couple of John Deeres because I knew people would ask for John Deeres and demand John Deeres. I have a really nice Fenformigo, which I need to update actually. I forgot to update it last night. But the mods I've chosen for this series or this map are very specifically chosen by me to suit the map and not the other way around. They're to suit what I want to do in the roleplay, they're not to suit, you know, the demands that I'll get from people or whatever. And yes, I do have seasons. It's because, well, seasons fits the roleplay very well. Good evening, Adiboo. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? You don't like the sugarcane on Farm Sim? It's stupid, yeah. I'm not gonna pretend like sugarcane's a good idea on any map ever. No, it's actually a terrible idea, and I think one of the worst crops Giants put in. I think the root crops are a lot better. Is John Deere or Burning Deer? Oh, we're going to use John Deere today. Might burn later, but we'll use it today. Hello, GNS. Seasons on a live stream? Yes, because I'm on the roleplay map. I'm on Coldborough, which means I'm doing off-camera work. On another map, maybe. It really depends on how I feel towards the mod. Ask anybody who knows me, they'll tell you I am hilariously picky with mods. So, like, I can get a million requests for different things, and if I don't like it or don't think that it fits what I want to do, I just won't use it ever. Hello, VBG. Sweden. Hello to Sweden. Hey, Blackhead. How you doing, dude? Can I ask Black Sheep modding to make an I for Williams? Can I ask Black Sheep modding to do an I for Williams? No! I wouldn't want one from Black Sheep, I'd want one from somebody who's actually capable of doing a dirt skin. Making a high quality mod. Black Sheep are just incapable of that anymore. You seasons on the West Coast, you've no problems in terms of boredom. I don't have much of a problem in terms of boredom with seasons. My problem with seasons is that people get, like, other people get bored of it. So it kind of cripples that side of things. I'm being very opinionated today. In one of those moods where I'm just shoveling opinions at people for no good reason. I got like a really sore throat right here. Just a really weird pain right there. I hope it's nothing. Yeah, seasons. I love seasons. I think it's one of the best mods. I actually think Creator Tools is the best mod for Farm Sim 17, by the way. Let's see. Try the Sebring mod. I actually tried it the day you sent it me. It's really mostly true to life. Can I have somebody who's really good to make an I for Williams trailer? There is actually a set being worked on over on FSUK at the moment, so I don't need to. Hello, Matthew. Not a big fan of the roleplay. I'm actually really enjoying doing the roleplay this time around. Usually I get a bit bleh. But this time around I just kind of got the feel I wanted straight away. And I'm intentionally kind of limiting it to maybe at most once every couple of weeks. Because I don't want you guys to get burnt out of it and get kind of overloaded with the roleplay as well. So interestingly, when it comes to spraying this field, there will be quite a lot of overlap. Also, I know I shouldn't be... Realistically speaking, I shouldn't be driving up the middle of the field like that, but meh. This isn't the realistic bit of the of the map anyway. the streams are just off-camera work because off-camera work needs to be done. Now I'm going to be following the same rules, generally speaking, as I do in the videos, in that, you know, I'm going to have to use the 6-meter drill, I'm going to have to manually refill, which you might have noticed that was a rule that I'm using, is I'm manually refilling. I am going to...
Hello, Dave. Dave.
Greg Shearer, hello. Thank you very much for subscribing, by the way. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I am going to sort out the transit flatbed because it has an issue with collisions. One of the collisions is actually rotated wrong in the mod, so that's what was causing the getting stuck on buildings thing, and it was actually getting stuck on buildings. So I'll be swapping that out for the box van version, so that'll magically change in terms of videos. I'm happy with it because I'm upbeat with it. It's the map. I just have an affinity to Coldborough Park Farm. It is, in my eyes, one of the best maps ever created for Farm Sim. Because, like, it's got a nice range of fields. You can do really whatever you want with it. There's a lot of scope for role-playing. And if I turn off creative money, I genuinely don't know how much I have without creative money on, because I always have it on now. This is why I have creative money on. I will turn it off after the first full round of seasons, but yeah. Did Landy ever figure out the problem with the magic floating bales? We think it's down to the straw add-on being weird and BM modding just doing their own thing constantly, or sorry, as they're known now, creative mesh. Because apparently being known as modders is too good for them now, or isn't good enough for them now. They have to be a company because they're selling things that are of questionable quality, and never updating the stuff that they're selling. Hey, VF. Did I just do stupid? I did not do stupid. Come on, turn around. There we go. I meant to ask this yesterday. I completely forgot. Did you guys get yesterday's video in your sub boxes at all? Can you remember? Because I did notice the views were very, very low compared to what I would have normally expected there. Not good views at all. They have an update coming in a few weeks. It's... the damage is already done. If I was Aerosoft, I'd be... definitely got the email. What email? Oh, the email for the video, yeah. It has been a bit odd for views this week, but the roleplay on Monday did really well, so I don't know. I still kind of think that it's just people being burnt out of the game. And I think that's the most logical reason behind it. I don't think there's too... This could be a very interesting field to do, because I think there's only like 2 passes there. 1, 2, yeah. 2 and a bit. Complete... Adam, stop asking for me to do multiplayer. It will not end well, I promise you that. Semi-auto... that out. You've been asking the same question all stream so far. And I've told you all stream so far, I don't do multiplayer. So I don't see why you're still asking. I've explained it multiple times. If you're that dense that you can't understand the explanation, then maybe you shouldn't be here. Is Andy streaming today? Yep. I believe he is, at least. I am aware, by the way, that the Oakfield update is out on PC today. I didn't feel like playing Oakfield because I do need to tweak the update. If I was Aerosoft, I would have dumped him. I would have pulled it from sale at this point. Like, there's no excuse for the 14 likes and 1 dislike. I know who the 1 dislike is. The ridge marker. I use the ridge marker when I'm doing the headlands now. It's a really good driving aid. Like I'm actually in a good mood. It's just I get frustrated when people ask the same question 73 times during a stream and somehow expect a different answer every time. Hello, New Holland man. BulletBill. Wave to your parents. Nah, I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be mean and not wave. But if you're enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button. Driving it is. It lets me know where my next pass is gonna be, or should be. That's gonna be fun when it gets to the spraying. That's gonna be really fun. Hello, Simulator Gaming. I drive. Well, I don't drive in real life, but if I did, I wouldn't wave because I'd be too paranoid about hands being on the wheel. I say that like I play so many racing games that I very regularly start wobbling the wheel intentionally. Have I had a look at Old Slovenian Farm? The only maps that I've had a look at that aren't on the channel are the Modmania maps. You hear from the start, blah. So like, do I ever leave the house? Yes. Do I leave the house regularly? No, because I'm usually working on something or other. Just play on Cultivate. Some sources say you don't need to play on Cultivate if you use them. Is that right, or do you still need to? If you have... I'm going to stop here to explain this properly. If you have in the options over... Where is it? Here. Periodic ploughing required. If you have this turned on, then you do need to plough once every 3 growth cycles. So, once every 3 harvests... You go through the full growth cycle of, you know, growing and then ready to harvest, and then you harvest or it withers. Ideally, when it's harvested, every 3 times you have to plow. So with seasons, it's once every 3 years you need to plow up your fields. I think oddly with grass it doesn't count. So if you do a farm that's for whatever reason completely grass, you don't need to plow every 3rd harvest. Oh dude, Welsh, I'm not mad at you, I'm shocked. In a good way. But you realistically, like, it depends on how realistically you want to play. If you want to play realistically, then yes, you cultivate almost every time, unless you're doing a... MR, everybody! Unless you're doing a farm that's in like an area that prefers no-till, like the US has a lot of no-till stuff and a lot of no-till farms, then you just like go straight on with the cedar. No need to plow grass ever, but you do need to fertilize it. I think with MR you get one fertilization stage, or not with MR, with seasons you get one fertilization stage from mowing. I think that might be the base game. I need to pick that up. It's really nice, John Deere. What is it you wanted? It's the 7R from Tech Mods, which I don't know if it's really available. I want to fill up the cedar a bit more before I do anything else. So let's get it turned off. This will do. This might actually be a better idea to fill it up over here because it won't wonk out too much. Are these all strapped down? They are. The running joke is I can't drive, yet I just did that. I mean... Oop. That wasn't what I wanted to do, but okay. These bags are really a nice idea, but they do quite enjoy wonking. You haven't loaded this map up in over 6 months. The funny thing is it's still a popular map if you didn't guess so from the... If you didn't already guess from the views currently, or the views. I guess the roleplay is kind of an entity on its own. It doesn't really give a fair representation of anything, because roleplays just kind of have a life of their own. Am I supposed to be... This would make more sense, wouldn't it? I am, however, moving the entirety of this... Get back here, you get... Get back here. Dave and his loud keyboard, yeah. No, I don't want that there. Gonna fill this thing up entirely because stop moving the cedar. Hate the physics in farm sim sometimes. Like, oh, I've got a little bag of seeds that weighs however much, 250 liters, whatever that is, probably like 20 to 40 kilos. Oh yeah, it's gonna move a probably 2-ton machine. There's more downloads per month still than anything else. Yeah. It's just one of the... I said this before you came in. I think this is genuinely one of the best maps for farm sim ever. Now comes the fun bit where I have to try and reverse with the cedar. Hello, the squad 2. This is challenging to say the least. Holy crap, did I just actually reverse in a straight line? Right, let's get the ridge marker back out. We'll kind of line up over here-ish. Come on. Squad 2. No. Playing this map today because I want to. Because I got off-camera work that I need to do on this map before I can record another video. And so many people want that next video. As soon as I can possibly get it out to them. I just realized I got the wrong track enabled here. Track number 2, please. Even though it doesn't make much of a difference. Hello, simulate. I enjoy the people who think that because I'm on YouTube that I'm going to listen to everybody. And, like, accept demands from people. No. It's my channel, I do what I want. Best last day. Yeah, what's coming next is me not having opened the map yet. Lone Oak, which I still haven't opened yet because I got distracted by wrestling games last night. And, I will open it tonight, I think. Like, remember. You guys know my memory is about as good as that of a potato. Please play Sosnovka only. Wrestling games. Yeah, Sim. Who's the one that actually paid full price for a wrestling game in the last 2 weeks? I'd say 1.3% is maybe highballing it a bit. It's about 0.5. If somebody like makes a demand and it's something that makes 100% sense to me, then maybe. But usually it's just dumb stuff that's like, no, because it doesn't fit what I want to do, or makes no sense whatsoever to try and do stuff like that. How are we now, Glengar? Hello. Let's just pop out a game real quick. Do that. There we go. He says playing 2K17. Yes, I thought as much. I've managed to get Sim into wrestling again, and I have no regrets. Well, I completely wasted my time doing that tramline, didn't I? That's a tramline that was... Oh dear, that's gonna be fun to try and figure out how to spray that area then. Don't think I need the ridge marker. Yes, I do, because I still need to do another headland farming, man. I need to have tram lines for the headland yet, so the ridge marker is still necessary. The ridge marker's job now is just to line up the headland for me. Or line up where the tram lines are going to be. Got a Super Mario vibe for this song. You should have, because it samples Super Mario. It does actually sample Super Mario. So if you didn't get a Super Mario vibe, you were probably listening to the song wrong. I will eventually get up this hill. MR loves hills. Bill, I'm sorry to break it to you, but this hill, even though it's there in real life, it's unrealistic. I mean, just look. This is the most realistic modern farm sim MR mod, and it's telling me that no tractor will ever be able to get up this hill. It's a terrible amount of times. You're surprised it's royalty free. So I'm surprised Nintendo haven't killed big giant circles for it, but apparently it is transformative enough to be fair use. Yes, Sim only streams on Mondays, guys. For people who ask him on any other day of the week if he's going to stream, odds are the answer is no. I hate how MR handles sales. Absolutely hate it. Like Field 7, yeah, Field 7's gonna be a fun one to try with MR, isn't it? Ugh. So now we do this round with, come on, slide into place, there we go. We're gonna do this round with no ridge marker, but with track 3 activated. Ideally going forwards. And what track 3 is the tramline track. And this is the reason I had the ridge marker down on the last pass. Just so that I could do this. Because nothing looks better than a field with full tram lines in Farm Sim. It looks so good. SNES were the days. You've never played a Mario game, Yanis? Good lord. I'm terrible at, I think it was Super Mario Brothers on the Game Boy Color I played. And I was terrible at it. I used the exploit to get to, like, World 4 or whatever it was, out of World 1 or 2. I think it might have been World 2. And I just died all the time. Hello Shane Nagel, how you doing today? Mario Kart was the one. I played a bit of Mario Kart and I'm also crap at that. The interesting thing for me will be to maybe look this up on Google Images later, Google Earth, and see how close I've got the tram lines to real life. Because this looks about right for the tram lines that are on Google Earth for most of Ireland and the UK. I'm just kind of curious how close I've managed to get it to Coldborough Park Farm specifically in real life. Not too bad now. I'm pretty okay. Bit frustrated, but that happens. Come on! We got a hill. Hills mean problems. How much seed does this field actually take? It's field 9. Oops. We're seeding wheat. 1191 litres. That's wrong, because I've used more than 1500. But brake horsepower is a 7R. Let me check. That's the wrong button, Dave. The 7R is 310. Realism! A 300 horsepower tractor pulling a 6 meter piece of equipment that requires 100 is struggling to go up a slight slope. Reasons not many people like MR. Reasons Joel needs to fix the bloomin' hills. And it is, I think it is actually the tire grip coefficients are wrong. Because if you look, the tires are all spinning at different speeds despite me having diff locks on. Welcome back, Yuso. So let's just nip this bit here and start the turnover. Vaderstad requires 180. Well, it's still 100 horsepower to pull this, which it should be more than capable of doing. There we go, that's the field done. Starting Massey and a cultivator. If you, yeah. Basically, if you're using anything less than 400, Fent 930s. Let's check the horsepower of Fent 930, just for funsies. Fent 930 is 300. So we got 10 horsepower more, pulling a piece of equipment that's not as intensive on the tractor, and it's struggling. I need to get this into GPS mode again now. And I want to swap to let's do canola. They managed this field pulling from the crossroads towards the farm. They pulled up this hill. That's actually impressive. How does Courseplay react to MR? It doesn't particularly like it too much. Apparently that's what I'm gonna have to do. This is not going to end well, is it? This field you always plan to cross. Well, I'm going this way now. Let's see how MR handles an actual hill. It's the same seat as Dino uses the Challenger. Yeah. Did I see your message last night? Yes. It's... I need to run off and do something. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. I'm gonna leave this on for you. I'm back! I wasn't actually expecting this thing to have moved so little. It is moving though. Ever so slowly. I enjoy the fact that I actually... I'm not kidding. I left the room, went downstairs, did something, came back up and it barely moved. Ah, dear, this is not going to work, is it? Like, you can see the wheels on the cedar are in fact moving. We could do 5 streams just seeing this field, yeah. Yeah, Yanis, I'm with you now. Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh! Non-zero numbers! I think perhaps seeding it in the other direction might be a bit more, I think seeding in this direction might actually be a bit more worthwhile. So let's get courseplay or GPS reset here. This might work a bit better. And by might, I mean probably will. Oh dear, that was terrible, and I apologize for how bad that was. Doesn't GPS reset with control numpad enter? Yes, but it wouldn't have picked up this angle correctly. So the angle that I had to manually set the angle. There we go. And away we go! Is it KPH? Yes, it is KPH, Eddie. I don't think you could possibly see with this thing at 18 miles an hour. Farming man, I know that trick. Nice try, though. I will say, though, Coldborough looks fantastic with the blurs turned on. Like, it just comes alive when I turn on the blurs. As if I were to hide the HUD. You know, this really, even with the questionable textures for the hedges and some of the trees. And I think these are the old, really old original Seasons textures. This map just comes alive with the reshade blur. Coupled with Seasons lighting, of course. I mean, that's stunning. That image right there is just stunning. Screenshot? Nah. My phone just go off. Don't think so. Because I just clear all the notifications. Hello, Tommy! Just screenshot of the struggle bus moment. I hope somebody made a highlight or something of me literally getting up, walking away, going downstairs and going to the toilet with the game still running and coming back like 2 minutes later. Nothing changed! You know, I didn't miss anything. There wasn't a fail. It was just, well, there was a fail, and it was how slow it was. I do enjoy the fact that the textures look completely different depending on what angle you're looking at them from. Like the seed I'm putting down now looks like it's a darker texture to the seed that I put down earlier with the struggle bus. But no, it's the same texture, it's just that the lighting is slightly different in the way that it hits them. There we go. More water. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. We got 55 people watching right now. Let's try and get up to 50 likes. Right about now, let's get a like spike going in the chat. Come on, chatto. Be nice to me. Come out of game, hit the like button. Let me know what you're playing, what map you're on, what you're trying to do, how badly you're failing. Yeah, MR is a fantastic mod, but once hills get involved, it just fails spectacularly. Where has the RainbowDave mug gone? I didn't use it for my my coffee this morning, and I had my coffee finished before the stream anyway. RainbowDave mugs are still here. It's just that I'm switching more to water than tea or coffee or anything else. Because water agrees with me a bit more. 5 dislikes, probably mainly from when I walked away. You're badly failing physics, that's nothing new. See you, Bill. On Oakfield, seeding field 40, very nice Reese. As you can see, I'm on Coldborough, seeding field 8. I think this is field 8. Imagine if I had the horse seeder. Yeah, that's the thing, is like things fail. Hello, Delta. Thank you very much for the shout out on Twitter, I did see that. Chat has been quiet. Did a few days. Chat's been very quiet for the last couple of weeks, yeah. You're on the new map. Can't remember its name. Well, that's helpful. Hello, Haley Maddox. I've been inundated with such kind things from people the last day or two. Actually, the last like week, I've just been getting nothing but news that has stunned me into silence, and nothing but stuff that's just stunned me into silence. Whether it's BulletBill putting me on the testing team for Lone Oak, which I'm still kind of speechless over, that I still don't know how to react. Whether it's Giants putting me on the mailing list for YouTubers, which isn't a media partner, it's a mailing list, but maybe that'll change, who knows. Whether it's what else has gone insanely? Bill deserves a cookie. Bill deserves a lot of things. Why do I not put it? Why am I not playing Lone Oak right now? Because it's not ready to be shown off yet. It's ready to be shown off only in controlled circumstances, which a stream definitely is not. I believe there will be a testing pictures topic in FSUK soon. The mailing list is progress. Any little bit of progress is worth celebrating, and I can celebrate that, as can VF. But I feel like the channel's going places now, and that's something I couldn't say, you know, a month ago. It's just kind of blowing me away how things are going, and I think I'll hit my year-end sub goal this year, which ironically is the same year-end sub goal as I had last year. But hey, I think I'll hit it this year though, and I think I might just blow through it. And if I do, so be it. We'll continue on. We'll keep powering on. Nearly 8,000 subscribers. Yes, it is a very big madhouse now. I remember nearly crying when we hit 1,000. What is the goal for the end of the year? 10,000. I'd like to hit 5 figures this year. And I might even cry when that happens. You're always going places, just sometimes not where you want to go. See, the thing about YouTube lately is there's been a lot of wheel spin of late. There's been a lot of like 1 and 2 subscriber days, and they're fine, you know. It's still growth, but it's a bit disheartening when you're putting out videos getting like 200 views and not gaining subscribers, because the channel's kind of, it's just spinning its wheel. I hate days when the channel just spins its wheels, and I always think that I need to improve something or other, and I don't know what to improve. Which is why the roleplays come back. I know people love the roleplay. You wonder how Landy reacted when he hit 10k subs? I don't know. I know how Sim reacted. He was pleasantly surprised. There's a part of me that's surprised that I've even got this many subscribers, because the amount of times I've threatened to quit YouTube. It's the stuff you don't ever hear. Jan Serrano, I did thank you, I think. It's the stuff you guys never hear is when I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna quit. Maybe I should quit. Blah, 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 quit. The amount of times I've said that, a lot of other people would have quit. Maybe in the positions I was in when I was saying that. Hello, Landy. Roleplays are popular, not many English YouTubers doing them. Yeah. You never hear that. Yeah. You love your joking, crashing. This is a bit of a love-in all of a sudden. Why has this turned into a love-in? Young Commander reloaded only. You found a little bug. The bail cutting function doesn't work. Oh no, that's not good. That is decidedly not good. That's something that maybe you should report to the map author. And seeing as it's called Commander, it's probably a German map author. Or map maker. Never stop watching. Yeah, I mean, I've had spats with people before on the channel, and people got banned, and I've unbanned people because usually when I unban people it's because they've learned the lesson they needed to learn. I need to disable GPS for this. Oh, it's slightly uphill. This is gonna end badly. Come on. Slight downhill too, so this could end really well or really badly, and I'm not sure which. Really well, I guess. Landy, you missed me literally walking away from the stream earlier. Because I needed to run off and do something real quick, and I was going uphill, so... Cruise control! I came back. It was still spinning. Have I banned a mod before? Yep. A former mod has been banned. basically because they weren't listening to the rules. When I say the rules apply to everybody, it's because they do apply to everybody. The mods get a bit more leeway, but meh. You know that so many times when you're in Canada. Yeah. I love how terrible MR is with hills, because you can just set cruise control on and just leave. You're amazed it wasn't Pedro. Pedro I can shout at. That's the thing. There's a difference between Pedro and the person that got banned, because I spoke to them on multiple occasions about their behaviour and they just didn't listen. Pedro, when I say stop it, he usually stops. This is going to have a hilarious headline because it's going to be like two right beside each other. Also, we've used hardly any seeds on this field. Who got banned? I'm not going to name people who are banned. Good lord, that would be incredibly rude of me. Hello, Adam. Like, I'm not going to name and shame people who, for one reason or another, aren't allowed in here anymore. Aren't allowed to talk to me anymore. Glengarry knows who I'm on about. And yeah, I would say that's a fair assessment of what exactly happened. Is they got power and abused it. This is too long to name them. Well, yeah, there's about 2,000 people in the ban list. There's probably as many people banned from this channel as are subscribed. Ooh, you might not. But you gave a very exact reasoning behind it, which is a bit odd. That's commonly why mods get banned, though, is like they get a bit of power in the chat and they don't use it correctly. Like, at the end of the day, I've got unlimited power over what happens in chat. I could disable chat and not allow anybody to talk. Am I gonna ban you because you were annoying me? No, because you stopped. It's if people are told to stop annoying me and they keep annoying me that they suddenly disappear from chat. You doubt you can handle being a mod because you're way too lazy. The way that the chat works now, it's very easy to be a mod in chat, I'll be honest. Because YouTube does all the hard work for the mods now. That's why Dan rarely shows up now. It's like, it's too easy for him, he doesn't have any challenge. That should be good enough as a... Been here about 9 months. Oh, maybe you missed out all the fun then. Is Nightbot's in here, guys? Could somebody throw in the Nightbot command? Never mind. Yeah, if somebody gets banned, they tend to not know they're banned. Because... semi... Track 1. Let's do that. Let's get the ridge marker out. How do I pick my mods? Might sound a bit weird, but effectively almost at random. If there's somebody in here who I know in real life or spoken to off of YouTube, odds are they're gonna be a mod at some point. Like Sim and Landy obviously got mod because they're well known. Same with BulletBill. Some people just appear one day and they're suddenly mods because they're they're people who I want to show up and chat and want to be able to see. People like Welsh, who maybe aren't around as much. He was one of the original people in my streams. Was that more than 9 months ago? I can't remember, VF, that's the thing. What about Virtual? He counts as people I talk to off YouTube. The tractor is actually sliding. By the way. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I was having to drift down the hill, or drift across the hill there. We are moving. There is movement. Look at the wheels on the seater. There is movement. Kind of an original from when I had 4,000 or 5,000 subs. Welch was here before I even had 1,000. He was here when I was a small channel struggling to get anybody in. When I had like maybe 2 people in per stream. It would be faster if I pushed it. I'm just gonna sit back and let this do its thing. It's eventually gonna hit a non-zero number. Hey Etho, how you doing? Nobody should ever expect mod. If you expect mod, then you're not gonna be a mod. Because the bot to be removed from Discord. Actually, Farming Man, I already found that problem with the bot. I was hoping nobody else would find that command. So you didn't cause the bot to be removed, the bot caused the bot to be removed. Because the day that I put the bot in, I used that self-same command and it did something very bad as well, and yeah, that was strike 1 and 2. The fact that you found the command again was strike 3, and then strike 4 on top of it. Come on, it's... Yes, this is how to go around a corner. Come on. There we go. Whoop. The tractor's crabbing a bit. The tractor's crabbing a lot. Oh no, uphill again. Nyele fahe. Uphill again. It's crabbing again, by the way, if you haven't noticed. I mean, we are going a non-zero number of kilometers per hour. See ya, VF. Oh, Welsh, I was playing 2K17 last night and I came across your creator wrestler. Who is basically the Undertaker, only different. Kinda found that amusing. If you still play 2K17, be very aware that my creator wrestler might show up in my career. And he is not normal looking. He is one of my mysterious madness creations when I was bored. You sold that game. Aw, dude. My creator wrestler is amazing. I call him Roido. He has a flat... His face is almost entirely flat. Hello, Kelly Lara. Wow, so many of the tram lines that I laid originally are going to get destroyed by the second and third passes. You're not good at wrestling games, neither am I. There we go. Reason why Dave's channel is nicknamed the RainbowDave Madhouse. You trust me, you've never seen one of my mental creations. The stuff that you see in the roleplay is me being vaguely sane. The truly mental creations are at times actually scary. Roido being one of them. Because I just abused the creating stuff for my career. You get pinned every time. This is totally legit. This is ridiculous. Oh no, hill time. It's time for the hill, guys. What John Deere is this? The 7R by I've forgotten the name of them. I've forgotten the name of the modders who created it, and I apologize. Yeah, I can't remember. Does that count Rainbow Tank Tour? Rainbow Tank Tour is quite sane. Just realized, because this thing is basically stuck, I can do this and not worry about... Anything. Tech mods, thank you. I didn't actually turn on cruise control, did I? You've seen 6 PUBG adverts today. Yeah! I've seen like 6 or 7 PUBG mobile adverts. Like on my phone I already said I don't want to see this anymore because it's repetitive. Because it was literally every ad I got. And it gets to the point where with ads where if I see it too much, there is absolutely zero hope of me ever bothering to buy the product that they're advertising. So there is a 0% chance of me buying PUBG. Does starter teleport work with strap-down items? No, it does not. But there's a 0% chance of me ever buying PUBG now because they've annoyed me with the amount of advertising they're doing. It's quite frankly like nuisance levels now. It's if this is a person calling to your door, it would be harassment and you would get a restraining order. How much horsepower does this thing have? 310. I checked earlier for BulletBill because we've been making a point recently that basically if you're trying to use anything with less than 400 or 500 horsepower in MR, you're making a mistake. This is why. Yeah, I was getting them on wrestling channels. I was watching wrestling videos earlier and it was nothing but PUBG ads. Oh, so if it's a buy one get one free on something I will actually use, then yeah, I don't care how much is advertised. I'm getting it because I get 2. That's the exception. Because I mean, if they're advertising 2 things at once, then I'm probably gonna buy it if one's free because I want the free thing. Especially if it's something I'm gonna use anyway. You hate ads. Everybody hates ads. I hate ads. Yet I'm reliant on them. How ironic is that? The more it's in your face, the less I'm likely to buy it. But I mean, it's good that I've been getting so many ads lately because it means there's more ads going around on YouTube, which means I potentially get. In real life, this wouldn't pull. Jamie, we had BulletBill in earlier. I want to show you something real quick, Jamie. So on that field there, they had contractors in on the real life Coldborough, pulling from that crossroads up to, I think he meant this farmhouse, maybe that one. They were using, if I turn off the blur real quick, They were using this tractor, the Fendt 930 Vario, which has 300 horsepower, and they were using, I don't know if this is the exact one, but closest you can get in game, something like this. A 6-meter potato ridger, which requires 150 horsepower. They're pulling that uphill in real life on the real life Coldborough Park Farm. And the hill in real life is steeper than the one in game. So, you're wrong. Because this is a much lighter seeder to use. This isn't direct drill. It is direct drill, but it's already cultivated ground. Oh, I've done something stupid now, haven't I? That's just drilled a hole in the ground. Yes, it has. It is direct drill, but I'm using it with a cultivator, with the ground already cultivated. The potato one isn't. It's still. Are you saying, Jamie, that it's easier to run a potato ridger than it is to run a seeder? This fader stat's a lot heavier. It's a lot heavier in terms of weight, yes, but it's not going to be as heavy in the ground because it's not trying to do as much work. It's maybe 6 inches deep. The potato ridgers are a foot or two deep in the ground. And they're basically plowing. Jamie, I'm telling you that you're wrong. Now, if you want to keep arguing, that's fine, but you're wrong. Creative money is on. I know, Kelly, that's intentional. 3 meter. Yeah, 3 meter usually takes 220. They were pulling 6 meter. They were pulling 6 meter, not 3. The one I pointed out. That's not it. I was pointing out this one, which is the 6 meter one. They were pulling that up that hill from there to there. That's uphill with a 300 horsepower tractor. What tractor was on the 6 meter? A Fendt 930. Which has 300 horsepower. This John Deere 7310 has 310 horsepower. You drive tractors for a living? Yes. And I'm a scientist. I look at numbers. I know numbers. Numbers say this is unrealistic. Evidence says this is unrealistic. Evidence from BulletBill, who has lived and worked on Coldborough Park Farm in real life. So if you want to call me wrong, fine. Call BulletBill wrong. Call reality wrong. I'm calling you wrong, based on the evidence of somebody who actually knows what they're talking about and has experience with this farm. Remember when I said a while back that I pick my battles? This is one of them. I have no idea how I'm going to do this field. Just ignore that field exists for a bit. Right. So, Ha ha. Landy, do you remember I said this thing has a wonky collision? Mods, you know what to do with that, dude. Remember I said this, the flatbed specifically. Thank you, Fahy. Remember I said this thing has got a wonky collision, the flatbed. Cedar not touching it. Flatbed being pulled along ground. How am I going to harvest that field? Slowly. You still know I'm wrong. Despite me having... Do you want me to get BulletBill back in here? I can get BulletBill back in here and have him tell you you're wrong. I mean, okay, problem solving. Bye-bye. Oh, thanks, Van. Now you've... Oh, it's not dropped its collision, has it? They don't want to listen, Landy. They want to listen to facts. They've decided that I'm wrong because, you know, I live in a house and I don't drive tractors all day in real life. But they do, so therefore they know absolutely everything to do with every farm in the world ever. You're wrong. I've got to restart the game here real quick. Because I had to use F5 to try and figure out what the hell was going on. I hate these... like, now I'm going to go off on a little rant because it's something that always irritates me. Coldborough Park Farm. Something that always irritates me about the farm sim community in general, not just, you know, Jamie or whoever, is the people who have experience with one farm. Experience with one farm, one style of doing things, and they say, oh, this is the only way you ever do it. You know, the way that I've only ever seen is the only way that it's ever done, and everything else is unrealistic. No! No! That's from your experience. You could say, oh, in my experience, this doesn't happen. Well, that's fine, but reality says it does. From your experience, Jamie, that shouldn't have worked. In reality, from BulletBill himself, it would have. It should. MR is the problem. And BulletBill knows a thing or two about Coldborough Park Farm, seeing as he worked there for many years. His family still works there currently. So you trying to tell me BulletBill's wrong about a farm he knows in depth is idiotic at best. Now, if you want to be that idiot who says these things and says that the person who is in the best position of knowing how this farm works, BulletBill, is wrong about his experience with this specific farm and the way this specific farm works and the way this specific farm functions and the way equipment and vehicles are on this specific farm. If you want to tell me he's wrong, that's fine. Go tell him to his face. He'd be more than happy to laugh at you as well. Does the slurry trigger not work on Meadow Grove? I don't know. It could be that it's a bit picky. Don't let them bring me down. I'm not letting them bring me down. I just wanted to... I've been looking for excuses to do that for a while. I love Number one, I love ripping on trolls, and I love watching trolls get destroyed. I love doing it. And, if MR was realistic... MR isn't realistic! That's the entire problem! It's ridiculous! You need 400 or 500 horsepower tractors to work this damn thing! I've seen 210 horsepower tractors pull this thing up like much steeper fields than are in any maps that I've been playing. So by saying, oh, MR's, you know, oh no, it's unrealistic, it's unrealistic, it's unrealistic. No, I've seen much weaker power tractors than this pull this up hills. This specific seeder, the Vadersat A600S. I've seen a 210 horsepower tractor pull this up a hill. How can I moan how slow it goes up the hill? Because it's stupidly unrealistically slow. And you trying to claim it's realistic is hilarious. You're trying to claim it's... I'm just not gonna deal with it anymore. That sounds like it's on. Yes. I almost forgot to set this back onto GPS. Take it out of the game. I would, but it does work for most things. Woosa, exactly, Faye. I mean, there is a very easy solution to my anger problem. Funny thing is I do like MR. Here's the thing. I do like MR, I just think Doral needs to fix the way that it works with hills, because it's ridiculous.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave?
Ollie Broomfield, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you, Yuso. Like, my criticism isn't in how slow it was going up the hill. My criticism is that MR doesn't handle hills properly at all. And that's the entire problem I have with MR, is that the hills don't work. Now Durrell claims that it does, and you got to change the draft specific to maps. He's blaming the map, but guessing it's PC. Yes. No, that's not. Doral blaming mappers is ridiculous. Doral blaming the maps is stupid as well. And I'm gonna say that, you know, I love MR, I love his work. Yeah, the default game barely handles it as well. But MR just makes that problem worse. And Doral blaming it on mappers is stupid. It's ridiculous. I hate when modders blame other people for mistakes they make and problems they've created. You know, I've called people out on this in the past. CD Models has done it. Black Sheep Modding, I called Giants out for the Valley of the Old Farm debacle. The way that released originally, that was all down to Black Sheep just not testing the map at all, but Giants ended up getting the flak because it somehow passed their testing. Just give them the boot. I will actually give it the boot in non-roleplay series. I've decided. So it will be going away very soon on Oakfield and whatnot. Just so things can get done. This series, though, I'm going to keep it because it fits what I want to do with this series. Hello, Wild Rat, by the way. It fits what I want to try and do with this series, which is to get the game performing as realistically as I can within reason. Like when I get to baling and whatnot, that's when MR really shines, when you get to mowing and baling and stuff like that, where it changes the density, it changes the bales up, it changes stuff like that up. You know, you can't get faster than the speed of light. You can slow light down, though. The slowest speed of light ever recorded was... actually, I think they stopped light once. I think they managed to get light to stop in an incredibly dense thing. Can't remember if it was liquid or solid. But the slowest light has ever been recorded moving is 30 miles an hour, believe it or not. It's the hobby of some physicists, and I don't know why, but it's a bizarre hobby. But they play about with light and the speed of light and see how slow they can get light to go. And the slowest I think they've managed is 30 miles per hour. Which, for those of you that live in towns, is about the same speed the cars should be going. Probably not what speed they're actually going. You got the design right, only the tractor wouldn't start. That sounds like you got the in-gaming wrong. Am I going to be seeding this entire stream? Yes, because that's the off-camera work I need to do, Adam. Seasons conflicts with bale cutting. See, I don't think Seasons is supposed to work with bale cutting mods. Like, Seasons is supposed to work with mods that the Seasons devs believe are more realistic. Unfortunately, bale cutting, the way that works is a bit silly. What happens if two space rockets are going past... this is a question, Eddie. This is a good physics question. See you, Simulator Gaming. What happens if two space rockets are going past each other at a speed of 200 millimeters per second? We'll just say 0.1% of the speed of light, just for the sake of it. And they each have a light bulb in them. What does their frame of reference do? So when you get to incredibly high speeds, like 0.1% of the speed of light, which would be, I think, roughly 200 millimeters per second, actually. What happens is, and this happens in space at a much larger scale, light changes color. So we'll say the light bulbs are putting out pure white light like the sun does, and like a lot of stars do. That light would be... I'm just trying to think now. It would be blue shifted. It would have a very slight blue tint. And as the speed increases, the blue... Is it blue shift or is it red shift? Red is longer wavelength, so yeah, it'll be blue shifted. Because, like, well, as they approach, it'll be blue shifted. So as they approach each other, they'd see the light in the other ship being blue. A lot more blue. And as they go away from each other, the reason we have blue stars is different, Farming Man. I'll get to that in a second. As they go away from each other, the light would suddenly, at the instant they're like right beside each other, the lights would both be white. But as soon as they start going away from each other, the lights will turn red. So you go from blue to purple to white to red. And the reason we have blue stars is all down to the composition of the stars. It has nothing to do with Doppler effect, blue shift, red shift. It has nothing to do with that. Blue stars are down to the composition. I think blue stars... What do blue stars burn more of? Is it blue stars burn more... Carbon is red. I think blue stars burn more hydrogen. They're more pure burning stars. Am I a physicist or something? Because I sound very clever. Believe it or not, I have a degree in biomedical sciences. I'm not allowed to be a biomedical scientist because I've got to get certified by the certification board and whatnot, and I can't be bothered with that. But I specialised in microbiology, and I do have a very strong interest in space, which is how I know all this stuff. Hey, WD. Where am I from? I'm from Ireland. So I have... actually right here, one of my favourite books, A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. Very, very interesting way of learning physics is to read that book. He was a fantastic writer, I should say. And A Brief History of Time is a wonderful introduction to astrophysics and what Stephen Hawking was doing in black holes and stuff. I went to college, you're very proud. Yes. What is the speed of time? The speed of time depends on the speed of light. Who's my idol, Stephen Hawking? Probably, actually. The speed of time depends on the speed of light. The speed of time changes depending on what the speed of light is. And what the shape of space is. Which sounds odd. But time and space are inextricably interwoven in something called space-time. And gravity actually interacts with time as well as space. So the sun, time would be different than on Earth. If you are on the surface of the sun, because the gravity there is so strong, time would be different than on the surface of Earth. And time's actually different up in space, because there's less gravity. What temperature they're burning, which depends on, yeah, the temperature depends on what compounds they're burning, and with blue being the hottest burning, that does mean they're burning more hydrogen. It also means they'll burn out faster, because hydrogen burns extremely quickly, even on a star scale. Am I excited about FS19? I'm looking forward to it. I wouldn't say I'm excited just yet. There's some very interesting stuff after being announced by Giants so far. I think the screenshots that we saw, was it last week, of the comparison between FS17 graphics and FS19 graphics. I know that my shaders do a lot of the changes that are getting made, but it does it kind of in a very awkward way. The changes look interesting. One thing that myself and Landy noticed was that the Combine being used, the Fent Ideal, while it was in both pictures, it was a different model in each picture. The FS17 model had a lot less detail. The FS19 model had much more detail modeled in, so perhaps FS19 will allow for higher poly models to come into the game. Now, from what I've been hearing, they're having a few issues optimizing FS19 currently in the alpha, but that's precisely what alphas are for optimization and just finalizing stuff. So I wouldn't be too worried hearing that. They're hoping to get FS19 running to similar specs as FS17, is what I've been hearing. And hello, Hamish. I haven't forgotten to say hello to you.
Hello, Dave. That Dave.
Minecraft gamer with Stampy? I think it says. Damn it, Dave Growl, you're in the way. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Why would a water tank need the unload here option? Good question. Do I still live in Ireland? Yes, I do. What are the days that I stream? If it ends in a Y, I'm usually trying to go live at 5 o'clock. Go first person. I don't have my track hat on, but okay. Beep. Do I play Pro Farming 2018? Nope. It is in my eyes a failed game, and it's not worth my buying it. Because, frankly, it just wouldn't... Like, nobody'd watch the videos I did. And that'd be the only reason I'd buy it.
Hello, Dave. That Dave.
Robert Muller, thank you very much for subscribing as well. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. And hello, Robert. In chat as well. I can give an opinion on Pure without playing it. Because I've been following development, I've been following what they've been announcing, following kind of how their progress. And the simple answer to what I think of Pure Farming and what it's like is it's a game that's tried to be farm sim without bothering to ever look at farm sim or do any sort of market research. I applaud them for doing their own thing, but maybe they should have looked into the market and seen maybe what people actually want in a farming game. Because it's a game that released with kind of mod support thrown in at the very, very end as a rushed kind of thing. It's currently has no multiplayer. I don't know if it's planned to come in. On PC, the controls were not rebindable. That was something they overlooked for some reason. The wheel support was non-existent. what other stupid mistakes did they make? The brands I'm not going to really mention because it's a farm sim wannabe that didn't really do any market research, and if you make that mistake, your game is going to fail. And Pure Farming had to learn that the hard way. I mean, they also kind of one of the things that I will applaud Pure for is they tried to take AAA. I'm going to contradict myself here, because the next two sentences will contradict each other. I applaud Pure Farming for taking a AAA outlook towards farming simulators. It shows the farm sim is you know, bordering on the AAA market now. The biggest mistake Pure Farming made was going with a AAA mindset towards a farming simulator, because they ignored the community. They ignored what makes farm sim great. They, you know, and the fact that they said they're planning on 7 or however many DLCs in the next 6 months, that's not encouraging. Like Cattle and Crops, as much as I'm willing to criticize them because one of the guys that runs it, there is a question mark over how he bought a Porsche that he conveniently managed. He's also the guy that runs Mod Hoster, by the way. How he managed to get a Porsche like a week after crowdfunding finished, which was a bit questionable. But he's the guy that runs Mod Hoster and possibly even uploaded.2. We have no proof of this, but the fact that Mod Hoster is seemingly disabling all non-uploaded.2 links and porting people over there and using dubious methods to get uploaded links visible. I would imagine Mod Hoster's using upload. It runs uploaded. Hello, James Plays Simulators. How's it going? It's going good. By the way, that's one of the reasons that I don't recommend Mod Hoster as a mod site, is like they do no testing and their policies are a bit questionable. What kind of Porsche? The kind that costs €90,000. A AAA, yeah, a AAA farm sim is possible, but for that to even happen, the Porsche cost, from what I've heard, like €90,000. This is all second-hand information, so. How does instant gaming work? That is a good question, James Plays Simulators, and I'm just gonna pop my link in so that people can wonder not. So instant gaming, how that works is developers. This is the reason I'm willing to promote it. Developers send keys to instant gaming. They bulk buy keys off developers directly. For Steam, for I think Origin as well, for Xbox, for PS4, and they resell them at a discount compared to the likes of Steam, the PS4 Store, the Microsoft Store, and EA Origin, as well as a few other places. Now, this isn't. It's not one of those sites where you have to buy insurance for your keys because half the keys are on the black market on those sites. No, you just. And I've used it as recently as a few days ago when I bought WWE 2K17. I'm on a waiting list for 2K18 next time it's on sale. Next time it's available. How it works is you pay your money, you get your key. There's no insurance. There's no messing about. I use it regularly when I want games. It's cheaper than Steam, you save a bit of money, and if you use the link that is in chat, instantgaming.com/IGR/RainbowDave, I get a small kickback from that. They're not sponsoring me, I choose to promote them. Soldier, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse, hope you enjoy your stay. I get a small amount of money that I can use as instant gaming credits, or if I somehow manage to accumulate $100 worth, could cash out into PayPal. But frankly, I prefer to keep it in instant gaming credits because then I can buy more games on the cheap and get even more discounts. So if you buy games on instant gaming using my referral link, yeah, you activate it by just putting in the Steam key. All the keys are 100% legitimate, 100% safe, 100% directly from developers. It is a website that I will strongly recommend to people, unless it's somehow proven in the future that it's like another G2A. What kind of car do I have? Currently a pair of slippers. I've got like 17 different cars behind me as well. By which I mean I don't have a car, I just walk everywhere if I need to go somewhere. Or I get a lift. My mother has a Ford Fiesta, and my dad has a... What does he have normally? What's his like official car? I think it's an Audi A4. Quality games for cheapo. Like you save money. It's a win-win. You save money, I get a bit of help. You know, I get a tiny kickback. I think it's like 4% of the cost of the game, thrown into a little fund there on instant gaming that I can use to either get higher discounts on games and use it to pay off bits of games, or like I said, if I get $100, which will never happen, I'm gonna keep it on instant no matter what, I can cash out to PayPal and have $100. Currently I've got like 53 cents, so I appreciate people using it. I've seen people use it occasionally, and I appreciate the people that do. It just makes things a bit easier for me to get new games either for myself, in the case of 2K17, or for you guys, in the case of... What did I buy on there? I think I bought the ETS2 Italy. No, I don't buy ETS2 on there, because I prefer to actually give SES the money direct through Steam, but... because I think they get... I don't know how it works with cuts. But I buy quite a lot for the channel on there. I think I bought Spin Tires on there originally. It was one of the first games I bought on there. Just occasionally we'll go over and check out what's coming up, what games I'd like, and if it's on instant, I'll probably buy it on instant, because 90% of the time it's cheaper than Steam. Even during Steam sales, during the big Steam sales, instant quite often will cut its prices even more to undercut Steam. Now there are times when the Steam sale is better value, but that's just down to you having to check, you know, the Steam page for the game and then the instant page for the game. That's 2 pages you need to check. You don't need to shop around through Amazon to find 73 different links for a CD copy. You don't need to go to eBay and worry if you're being sold a box for $50. You go to instant, you get your key, you're done. You go to Steam, you get the game, you're done. You know, it's simple process. It's a site that is very much under the radar for a lot of people, but I think you should use. Before Faye starts shouting at me for selling out, no, I'm not selling out because they're not paying me to say this. I get paid if people use the link, but it's so small that I wouldn't really be bothered if people didn't. I get paid if people buy games using the link. Occasionally. Bought 2K17 using Landy's link and it didn't work for some reason. Yeah, eBay is unquestionably the dodgiest site to buy anything off. I did, however, buy on eBay for... Ah, there it is. I'm just checking if there's any identifying information. Yes. This 100 pack of cable ties, because I like having cable ties. I also have about 1,000 T-stirs. Wooden T-stirs. For if when I need my epoxy, I can use a T-stir to spread it in a wooden stir, and it's nice. Yeah, I can imagine that, Faye. Hello, and I. We're almost at the end of the stream. And I, do you want to do a bit of spamming? Because if you want, you can grab yesterday's video. And Eddie, you can do the same. You can grab yesterday's video and Landy is live. Just gonna verify it with my emails. Oh, my phone's not connected to the Wi-Fi at the moment, so I can't verify. If you want to spam it right now, because I am about ready to finish up. Yeah, some eBay sellers do have like bots working that when there's a demand for stuff, they will up the prices. I will end the stream here. We've done a good bit of work today. We got basically 2.5 fields seeded. I'm gonna count this as being almost entirely seeded. It's a lot of off-camera work done today. That means I can move on a bit faster towards getting the next episode recorded, which is good. It's gonna cut down the amount of time for the next episode. I'm hoping to have it out not next week, but the week after that. I'll leave you guys by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Coldborough Park Farm. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button on your way out, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Watch yesterday's video too if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.